Thank you very much. I see that you can see my screen now. Yes, thank you very much, Martina. So, hello everybody. My name is Johanna Furuhjelm. I'm from, as mentioned, for Karolinska Institutet in Sweden. I work as the node coordinator for the EU-funded project F-Health, which stands for Testing and Experimentation Facility for Health, AI and Robotics. I'm here today to tell you briefly about the project and our aims. It all started with the EU Commission, within the EU Commission, with an aim to increase effectiveness, resilience and sustainability of EU health and care systems and reduce healthcare delivery inequalities in EU. And here AI and robotics were recognized as critical means to achieving these goals. Why would then the Commission say this? Well, the European Pillar of Social Rights states that every EU citizen should have timely access to affordable, preventive and curative care of high quality. This is, however, currently not the case in Europe because we have a very large, increasingly aging population. We have chronic diseases that causes a large suffering and large societal costs, insufficient capacity in health delivery, as well as lack of trained health personnel. We also see great inequalities in healthcare between cities and rural areas, as well as between the Western Europe and Eastern Europe, and also for minorities. So a solution to this problem was seen the endless potential for AI to reshape the field of healthcare and advanced precision medicine. It has been seen to hold the potential to significantly improve things as accuracy, sensitivity, consistency, speed, cost and capacity in analysis of medical data and health delivery. It also has been successfully introduced into very many areas of medicine already. And during the pandemic, it was a proven potential and very instrumental usefulness in the past years. So the pros, we have already demonstrated a clear significant potential in different areas, in general medical areas such as clinical research, clinical trials, drug discovery, global health and personal medicine, but also in a vast variety of clinical practice, all from cancer to neurology, emergency medicine, surgery, home care and mental health, to name a few. But we also see problems with these solutions. AI adoption involves difficult bioethical concerns, and AI can be considered as a black box. And how then to evaluate, control and mitigate these risks versus the benefit of AI? We see a lack of accountability, traceability, transparency, and also misuse of medical AI tools, and a failing privacy and security, and including hidden biases and insufficient tracking of drift. So the adoption suffers from failure and difficulties into the implementation in a real-world setting. How should then this be supported? And one way is to boost the implementation and then to mitigate the problems, and then also focus on SMEs in Europe. And why SMEs? The AI healthcare market is expected to continue to grow rapidly in the coming years, driven by new technologies, greater needs, and an increased availability of healthcare data. And we, as in Europe, we do not want to be left behind. But now we also see that SMEs are prioritizing the US market due to the difficult regulatory landscape in the EU. And previously described challenges are the same for SMEs and industry at large. But technology is very much driven by large companies currently. An analysis done in 2021 showed that in Germany, 96% of all total AI healthcare patents are owned by Siemens Healthcare. And similarly in the Netherlands, 92% is owned by Philips. SMEs have also experiencing more difficulties getting access to large data and to the real healthcare environment to test their innovations when compared to larger companies. What would then be the solution? Well, the Commission, through the digital program, aimed to advance the EU artificial intelligence AI capacities and create an international competitive real-world data sharing and AI ecosystem. Therefore, establishing the AI testing and experimentation facilities. 60 million euros were assigned to each TEF, and at the moment we have 4 different TEFs. So we have healthcare, we have agri-food, manufacturing, and smart cities. And I'm here on the mission for TEF Health, where we want to ensure that machines are aligned with human intentions and values. And our objectives are to carry out testing and experiments for AI solutions in a real and realistic environment, and implementing evaluation to facilitate market access for trustworthy intelligent technologies, and also optimizing on the investment by capitalizing on previous and past investments. What do we then offer? We will offer a real-world environment for testing and infrastructures and instruments to do this, together with data and simulators and clinical expertise and expertise in AI, legal and ethical compliance and certification. We will do this in a very traditional EU project work package setup, but when looking closer, we will have specific aims in boosting the implementation and solving problems according to the following. So half of our work packages will be put to the effort in mitigating the problems, and the other half in boosting adaptation by the SMEs. And thereby we'll make, together in the consortium, we'll make up a very unique and real-world imaging and omics infrastructure with data and clinical expertise and so forth, for and available for the SMEs in the life science section. Through calls, we will offer an EU-wide one-stop shop with a single entry point through EIT Health and eBrains, with services all the way from the lab all through the clinical healthcare environment, and thereby closing the gap in the innovation chain for AI and robotics within health. We will focus on 4 different disease areas. We will focus on cardiovascular, cancer, neurology, and intensive care. These areas have been chosen based on their urgency and the cost they are causing society, as well as the relation to emerging trends in this specific area. Our objectives are AI alignment, safety, and trust in Europe, and we will enable large-scale testing of AI software and robotics in a realistic environment, and trying to avoid the negative side effects by developing instruments for quality control to ensure compliance of AI products with legal, ethical, and quality and interoperability standards. We will work very greatly with standardization and provide them for certification and quality control to facilitate the market access for the SMEs. Certification testing will verify that AI applications perform as intended, as certified testing is a prerequisite for companies and other organizations to create an impact in Europe's healthcare system as well as worldwide. TEF Health will develop and organize knowledge and training materials to ensure AI users get the training and competence required to meet the demands of high quality and ethical standards. We will generate impact by increasing effectiveness, resilience, sustainability of the health systems, and reduce inequalities with the support of patient organizations and end users. We will also develop a long-term business plan to ensure continuation beyond the project itself. Through an SME survey that we've conducted, we see that most applications the SMEs offers are within home care, chronic disease, risk prediction, oncology, neurology, surgery, mental health, and so forth, in a declining number. But we also see that over half of the products they currently have in their portfolios are not yet certified in any way. Who are we then? Well, we are a European-wide network that includes 10 countries and 52 different partners. We are coordinated by Charité in Germany, by Petra Ritter. We will provide services to SMEs in all EU countries and not limited only to the partner countries. And we have been granted a total of 60 million euros to develop our services, but then also to provide these services to the European SMEs for, in many instances, reduced price as state aid support. The project forms a network of leading EU hospitals and medical universities, and for example, Charité and Karolinska Institute, national meteorology institutes for definition of standards and certification bodies, as well as innovation clusters such as European Institute of Technology, EIT Health, with links to the European health data space. The Swedish node, where you see in this picture, we are growing rapidly, and our lead, Daniel Lundqvist from Karolinska Institutet, together with Päivi Östling and Sandra Fraug from SciLife Lab, and with Alireza Salehin from RISE, were the original writers of the application, together with the coordinator and the other partners. The Swedish partners offers a very unique imaging and omics infrastructure with data and clinical expertise to the SMEs in the life science domain. We were at the Center for Imaging Research, form a very close collaboration with Karolinska Institute and the Karolinska University Hospital here in Stockholm, entail an internationally very acclaimed radiopharmacy and radioligand development facility, a radioligand binding and autoradiography facility, as well as a nationally unique non-human primate imaging facility with several national unique and next generation imaging instruments. The Science for Life Laboratory is a national research infrastructure for the advancement of molecular biosciences in Sweden and provides very cutting-edge technologies and expertise to life scientists within biomedicine, ecology and evolution. Research Institute of Sweden is state-owned but collaborates with universities, industry and the public sector to drive international competitive sustainable development and growth. And today, RISE has the most comprehensive cybersecurity expertise in Sweden and also the European leader of Internet of Things security with combined efforts in both project, publications and EITF standardizations. To make sure that we at TEF Health are not making up new ways of working on data and data sharing here in Sweden, as well as internationally, we are coordinating ourselves together with 3 other European initiatives, the European Genomic Data Infrastructure, EIDH, Health Data Sweden, and the European Federation for Cancer Images. This is our way to ensure that we together on a national level are developing systems that will work across organizations, our regions and hospitals, but also in a pan-European environment aligned with the initiatives on an EU level. And to conclude my talk today, I want to summarize by saying that leveraging the healthcare environment by supporting the development of AI robotics tools were the Commission initiative, and TEF Health, as I represent, will mitigate the problems within AI robotics adoption in healthcare through legal, ethical compliance and certification. We will also do our very best to boost the adaptation of these technologies and solutions in healthcare by bringing the state-of-the-art services to European SMEs in a very real-world environment. We have a very strong consortia and strong partners and local nodes working on this. We are on our first year, so we were granted this funding this year, and we have 5 years altogether to work. And we are coordinating us then locally as well to ensure synergies between different digital health projects on data and data sharing. Thank you very much for your attention.